African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 13th of May, 2023. On May 12th at around 6:30 p.m. Moscow time, Armed Forces of Ukraine Air Force combat aircraft launched a missile attack on Polypack Polymer Products Company and Milam Meat Processing Plant in Lugansk. The strike was carried out using Storm Shadow missiles supplied to the Kyiv regime by the UK, contrary to London's claims that these weapons would not be used on civilian targets. As a result of the strike, a fire broke out on the territory of Lugansk food and chemical industries. Some nearby residential buildings are destructed. Civilians, including 6 children, were injured. Russian Aerospace Forces fighter aircraft shot down Armed Forces of Ukraine's Su-24 aircraft that attacked Lugansk and MiG-29 fighter that was covering it. The Armed Forces of the Russian Federation continue the special military operation. In Kupiansk direction, the attacks, launched by aviation, as well as artillery and heavy flamethrower systems of the Zapad group of forces, have resulted in the neutralization of the enemy units close to Simkovka, Kirilovka, Kharkov region, and Stelmakovka, Lugansk People's Republic. 2 Ukrainian sabotage and reconnaissance groups have been thwarted near Berestovoy and Timkovka, Kharkov region. The enemy losses were up to 170 Ukrainian servicemen, for motor vehicles, Gvozdika and Akatsia self-propelled artillery systems. In Krasny Lyman direction, the attacks, launched by operational tactical and army aviation, as well as artillery of the Center group of forces, have resulted in the neutralization of Armed Forces of Ukraine units near Terny, Grigorovka, Donetsk People's Republic, and Chervenaya Dybrova, Lugansk People's Republic. The enemy losses were up to 75 Ukrainian servicemen, 2 infantry fighting vehicles, 1 Akatsia self-propelled howitzer and 1 Gvozdika self-propelled artillery system. In Donetsk direction, the assault detachments have liberated a neighborhood in the northwestern part of Artyomovsk. The airborne troops units provided support to the assault units and restrained the enemy on the flanks. Operational tactical and army aviation, as well as artillery of the U group of forces, inflicted a fire damage on the enemy units close to Grigorovka, Krasnoy, and Chasov Yar, Donetsk People's Republic. Russian aviation have made 9 sorties in this area during the day. The group's artillery have performed 98 firing missions. The enemy losses were over 285 Ukrainian servicemen and mercenaries, 2 tanks, 3 infantry fighting vehicles, 4 armored personnel carriers, 4 motor vehicles, 2 Akatsia self-propelled howitzers, 1 Gvozdika self-propelled artillery system, and 1 D-30 howitzer. In addition, 1 Armed Forces of Ukraine artillery missile armament and munitions depot was destroyed near Kramatorsk, Donetsk People's Republic. In South Donetsk and Zaporozhye directions, the attacks, launched by aviation and artillery of the Vostok group of forces, have resulted in the neutralization of the enemy units close to Ugledar, Pavlovka, Novopol, Donetsk People's Republic, Malinovka, Malaya Tokmachka, and Novodanilovka, Zaporozhye region. The actions of a Ukrainian sabotage and reconnaissance group have been disrupted close to Novomerskoye, Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy losses were over 155 Ukrainian servicemen killed and wounded, 14 motor vehicles, as well as 1 U.S.-manufactured M777 artillery system. In Kherson direction, the enemy losses were up to 20 Ukrainian servicemen, 3 motor vehicles, and 1 Zayat-B gun. 1 Armed Forces of Ukraine ammunition depot has been destroyed near Nikolaev. Operational tactical and army aviation and artillery of the Russian group of forces have engaged 74 Armed Forces of Ukraine artillery units, manpower, and hardware in 114 areas during the day. 1 radar station of Ukrainian S-300 anti-aircraft missile system has been destroyed near Novodmitrovka, Donetsk People's Republic. The 5th Assault Brigade's Battalion Command and Observation Post has been hit near Krasnoy, Donetsk People's Republic. One aircraft missiles and fuel depot for Ukrainian military equipment has been destroyed close to Zaporizhzhia. Fighter aviation of Russian aerospace forces has shot down one Mi-8 helicopter of Ukrainian Air Force near Kupiansk, Kharkov region. Air defense have intercepted 3 HIMARS projectiles. In addition, 18 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles have been shot down close to Veliky Vyslot, Vyregnoy, Kharkov region, Belagorovka, Kremenaya, Svatovo, Lugansk People's Republic, Veseloy, Donetsk People's Republic, Mirovoy, Pology, Zaporizhzhia region, Korsunka and Krinky, Kherson region. In total, 424 airplanes, 231 helicopters, 4,117 unmanned aerial vehicles, 421 air defense missile systems, 9,119 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,100 fighting vehicles equipped with MLRS, 4,806 field artillery guns and mortars, as well as 10,167 units of special military vehicles have been destroyed since the beginning of the special military operation. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.